Okay, there's this energy of two people like asking God for the same thing or praying for the same thing at the same time, or like they're praying for the same thing but really don't realize that they're praying for each other. So I was picking up on two people either like communicating telepathically, or in the ethers, like y'all could be dreaming about each other, having conversations while in a dream state. Or if you think about this person randomly out the blue and it comes in really strong, that's because they're thinking about you too. If you're seeing their name everywhere, you're hearing songs that remind you of them, whatever it is, it's because y'all are on this. There's something about the frequency, being on the same frequency at the same time, like playing telephone, kind of. Um, but it's just like y'all are not together. Y'all are slightly separated, 111, but doing the same things. Like y'all moving in the same way. It's a mirror. Y'all are mirroring each other. That's the best way I could think to put it. And I feel like because these two wolves or dogs or whatever are howling at the moon, and I feel like because when you howl, when you pray, your eyes is closed, and I feel like the minute they stop howling and they come down and then they look in front of them and it's gonna be like boom, they looking right at each other, dead at each other. Um, I also was feeling like there could be something about this full moon because we are, if I'm not mistaken, we are in a full moon right now. So there could be something about this full moon that could be significant. You could hear from them during this full moon or during a full moon. I also, because the Hangman came out too, and I also feel like this was I feel like someone was like building up their external 3D reality. Like, okay, let me make sure I got a stable job, stable income, a house, a car, etc. And then spirit set them still and forced them to realize that they needed to do the internal work to match, right? Because otherwise, you're just a nice face with no substance. And I feel like once they did the internal work and realized their strengths and not just focus on their flaws, because okay, so maybe before their insecurities could have caused them to only focus on external, and they were probably attracting something that reflected that. So that would look like attracting people who only wanted them for their material things because that's all they had to offer. And so now that they have done this internal work, it's like now that they see you. It's like they did all of this work within, realized who they were, and when they felt like or thought about or prayed about who would match that the best, you keep coming to mind. So, like I said, y'all are mirroring. There's this energy of mirroring or reflection. I'm noticing that one of these animals have a collar and one don't. So you guys could be opposite and kind of. One of my favorite readers, she always say, Queen Cup. She always say opposite in nature but same in degree. I think that's what she always says. But it's basically like the way I interpret it, it's like two sides of the same coin. And so with one being a collar, I'm getting like domesticated and undomesticated. So one could be like religious and then spiritual. One could be like structured and free flowing, or But y'all kind of feed off of each other, if that makes sense. It's interesting because when I first started shuffling, with the moon and the hangman came out, I was picking up something about a moment in time. Um, and then these stars in this card keep standing out to me because I'm just like, I don't know what is it. So I'm sitting here reflecting on it, and there's some energy about the fact that the stars are not in the sky, but they're down here in the water. Water represent emotions, so I'm feeling like I was getting a couple things. Like this could have been someone who was kind of waiting for something externally to happen and realized that they had the power within themselves, or that the power wasn't expressing their emotions. And then also, because I keep seeing this eye as the divine, watching both of y'all, and okay, because this triangle is blocking the flow of this water, but I feel like that's being done intentionally. Because okay, if all of this water was allowed to continue to keep flowing, then these stars or whatever would just flow away, right? So I feel like it's bringing me back to the moment in time energy where it's like spirit is stopping the flow for a second in order for two people to realize like either a connection or either, like I said, some type of internal strength or power or internal, because the moon, this is the moon card, so this is about hitting emotions. Okay, I'm also feeling like because I put the Six of Swords, but it came out in reverse. I feel like this could be someone who was like who has not always been emotionally mature, or would kind of like let their like get carried away in their thoughts, or try to compartmentalize their thoughts in order to avoid feeling emotions. Um, but with it coming out in reverse, I'm feeling like this person is again realizing the power or the strength um, within their emotions. So this could be someone who saw emotions as a weakness before, or vulnerability as a weakness. This could be somebody who overthinks. The nine of swords is not here, but I'm just getting a lot of thinking or overthinking type of energy. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck you got the four of cups. I feel like with the four of cups, because you can't tell because it's in black and white, but this is a big yellow scarf. And I feel like, and also what standing out to me is the fact in this card, the moon and the stars are together. And when I seen it, I'm like, the moon and the stars should be together. So when I go back to this card where the moon and the stars are separate, that stood out to me. So, and also the fact that in this card there's this eye and this eye as well. And I just keep getting the fact that the divine has been overseeing this whole process. This is intentional on even the divine's part. I feel like because this is a okay, I feel like this person tried to go about life with just like I said, with just material, because you got 3 other gold cups here. But because those cups are gold, I feel like this person thought that was going to be enough. But I feel like it was in a defense mechanism, because under this very last cup is a rose. And I feel like this rose represents the part of them that they felt was, again, vulnerable. And they tried to keep hidden or protected by material things. And now they are realizing, in order to bring balance, aka bringing the moon and the stars together, y'all could have a kid, because that's a whole universe. Y'all could anyways. They're realizing that they're going to have to pull. I'm hearing like, it's like playing your last hand, or realizing the only hand left you got to play one-on-one is this. So overall, it's basically just this energy of somebody realizing that in order to get what it is they want, in order to make progress and move forward, they're going to have to come with authenticity and vulnerability, which is something that they previously tried to avoid because they seen it as a weakness. Whew.